Today I was in my favorite market, Trader Joe's. Notice how I'm standing. What happens when people stand like this too much? And I'm going to tell you a little story what happened. This is something that can cause some pretty serious injury to anybody. I was in the market, I'm standing at the cashier, and a lady comes from behind me at the cashier, and there's a guy at this cashier. So there's a cashier here and a cashier here. And the lady is in this line behind me, and there's a guy in this line. He steps forward straight. She steps forward at the same time that he's stepping forward. Her left leg swings out and the next leg crosses over, and she nearly fell over because when her leg swung out so far, because she walks like this, she doesn't have this kind of walk. So when it swung out like this, it caught his leg, she got caught, and this leg zigzagged over that, and she nearly fell forward. Lucky I was standing here and I grabbed a hold of her. She didn't think twice about this. And here's the thing, when people do these behaviors, whatever it is, that they're always sitting crossed, they end up growing older sometimes where they end up walking side to side instead of like this. And in the side to side motion, a leg can go out to the side, that leaves this one to cross over, and comes the fall. So my question to you is today, can you notice that when you walk, that you can walk with freedom in your hips, that your pelvis does the movement, and instead of walking with a fall or an out of control, these kind of things that aren't going to bode well for us in the future unless you're a dancer and that's what you're planning on doing and your balance is so good, right? But otherwise, just notice today in your walk how you can walk evenly. Practice it backwards and then come forward, and notice in front of a mirror, notice in front of your camera that you can walk with your legs in front, basically. And notice if there is one leg that swings out, what can you do to free up your hip? And in Feldenkrais, we have great movement lessons that have to do with this kind of motion, movement, and cross-lateral motion and walking. So that's my hope for you today, that you can learn to have your balance and easy and stability for the rest of your life.